The Vauxhall Astra. Oh, bless it. For so long now it's been and also ran in the family car class. However, this new model, it's a completely different story. In fact, people, what we're looking at here is perhaps one of the very best hatchbacks on the market today, and I never thought I'd say that about an Astra, but there you go. I mean, if you get inside the back, first of all, you notice the doors open nice and wide, so it's easy to get in. I'll just shuffle across so you can see what's going on. Now, I am 179 centimetres tall, which is pretty blooming average. This seat's in my usual driving position. You'll see I've got plenty of knee room. If I sit up dead straight, headroom, that's good as well. And if the driver raises their seat up just a little bit, then you can slide your feet underneath, just stretch out just that little bit more. And overall, yeah, it's very spacious back here. If you needed to, you can just about squeeze 3 adults in the back. You won't be the comfiest, but you can get away with it. One of the reasons is that these footwells are nice and large, so there's plenty of space for everyone's feet. Also, if you look down here, you'll notice that you've got easy access ISOFIX fittings for a child seat, so it's easy to fit. In fact, the only thing that's a bit of a disappointment is the fact, look, where's the armrest for the rear passengers? There doesn't seem to be one, but I'm going to overlook this because overall, I think this car is nice and spacious and comfortable in the back seats. Then there's the interior design. With lots of shiny trim and a smattering of soft touch plastics, it feels like a very grown-up and sensible car. Do you know what though? It not only looks good, but it's all really easy to use. I mean, Vauxhall have got it right in this car. So I can control lots of the car's functions just by using these steering wheel controls. And you've got the heater controls, they're all just logically laid out down here. And then the infotainment system, it's nice and intuitive. The entry model has a 7-inch display, while this 8-incher is in all the other models. Digital radio, Bluetooth, cruise control, they're all standard across the entire range, as is a smartphone connection, while Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are available as options. This particular car is the SRI, and you get some extra sporty bits and pieces such as larger alloy wheels and these bolstered sport seats. It also benefits as standard from things like lane departure warning and autonomous city braking. Plus, it gets Vauxhall's new OnStar system. Now, if you're not sure what that is, let me explain. Vauxhall calls it your personal connectivity and service assistant. And that's because OnStar can turn the car into a mobile Wi-Fi hotspot via high-speed 4G connectivity. OnStar can remotely immobilise your car and lock the doors if it's been reported as stolen. OnStar allows you to locate your vehicle using your phone, check key diagnostics, and operate its lights and horn remotely. OnStar can check any problem with your car at the touch of a button, so you don't need to check the manual. OnStar will automatically call the emergency services and send them to your location if you have an accident in the car. OnStar gives you 24/7 access to an advisor who can input destinations into your sat-nav remotely or assist you with any queries you may have. Well, within reason. In all seriousness, OnStar is a really useful system, and it's the kind of thing you normally only expect to find in premium cars. Yeah, in this Vauxhall, it's free of charge for the first year, then just £79 a year after that, and that includes unlimited 4G data. Finally, the Astra passes the Carbuyer big bottle test in the front and the back. So far then, this new Astra has made a very good first impression, but surely the way it drives will be a bit of a letdown, right? Wrong. It's actually very good. You see, this new Astra is on average 130 kilograms lighter than the old Astra, and in the world of cars, less weight generally means better handling and also better comfort. In fact, the way this thing goes around corners yet glides over the bumps is really impressive. All the major controls, the steering, the brakes and the gears have a nice feel to them, and the Astra is also very quiet, with very little wind or road noise entering the cabin. The engines, they're impressive too. The 1.6 diesels, I really like them. The one in this car is the mid-level 136 brake horsepower version, and it's got plenty of punch. You know, it actually feels faster and it's better to drive than similarly priced diesels in rival cars, and Vauxhall claim this thing will do over 70 miles per gallon. If I look at the trip computer, so far today, in the 30 or so miles I've done, I've averaged 66 miles per gallon. But if you don't want a diesel, you want a petrol, then they're great too. Okay, there are a few things in this car which, while not terrible, just aren't as good as the rest of it. For instance, if I use this GoPro now, I'll show you that the rearward visibility isn't that great, especially because of that large C-pillar there, and that really blocks your view when you're pulling out at junctions or maybe out of a driveway. I'll just put this down. Another thing that lets this car down a bit is the quality. Now, overall, it's really, really good. It feels like a high-quality car, but there are a few bits and pieces that just let the side down. I mean, what is this down here? Look at that. It's just not damped at all. It's just so flimsy and cheap. How about this exposed wire? It's not really very good, that. Another area of the car which isn't as good as the rest of it is the boot. Now, I'll just remove the parcel shelf. Actually, while I'm at it, this is another example of, well, cost saving. Look at this, it's so cheap and flimsy, it kind of costs more than 10 pence to produce. As for the boot, if you look down here, you'll notice you've got quite a big load lip to lift stuff over. And then if I fold the rear seats down, because you don't have a false floor, you can see you've got this big ridge there, which makes it more difficult to slide big items right to the back. And the boot floor itself is slightly curved as well, which doesn't help matters. And overall, you know, if outright boot space is one of your key priorities, there are lots of cars out there with bigger boots than the Astra. It's not small, but something like a Honda Civic's boot is quite a bit bigger. Finally, there's the looks, which for me is a case of nice bum, shame about the face. But then, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And really, this new Astra is a brilliant family hatchback, and I highly recommend it. But if you're considering this car, you should also check out a review of its main rival, the Ford Focus, by clicking down here. And if you can forgive them for the emissions scandal, then why not check out our review of the Volkswagen Golf by clicking down here. If you click up there, you can watch our very latest video review, and please click on our logo to subscribe to our channel. And if you're watching on mobile, click the links below the video, as they do exactly the same thing. Okay, come on. He's got my mobile phone. Who's activating the car with my mobile phone? Come on, give it back. It's not funny. Come on.